Right, hello everyone and welcome to FORL Season 6, and we're at round 5 in Austria, in the Austria ring, Red Bull ring, same thing, and yeah, we have Smidget in the lead of the title, closely followed by St Quanta. So yeah, they're the only really two people close to each other up at front, but we do have Tom Phillips catching up on points, getting his first points last race, which was a victory. So definitely a good start to him for getting points after our rough start to the season. See if he can get a victory here, because he was definitely confident of getting pole last race, and he got pole, and he seems to be quite confident this race. So it'll be interesting to see if he does actually get pole position in his McLaren. But right, so we do have a full lobby again, but we have two new, sort of new drivers. We have Orbit Nation, who was in GP1 in Season 5, but he didn't do the whole season, he only did a few races. And he'll be joining us today in GP2. And we also have a returning driver, most known to be in the GP2, is Basha. He did well in GP2 in Season 4, 3, he's gone all the way back to those, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he still has his pace on him, capable of getting victories, which he definitely is, but I don't know if he is now. Oh yeah, and we've also got Best FIFA. He's making his return from last season. He's taking a little bit of break from league racing, and he's back here today. Let's see what these three guys can do on their return. But we are now looking at Spittles on his qualifying run. Yes, Spittles. This Austria track is actually quite simple, very fast. So, actually I'm going to see what tyres people are on. Oh, people are going on a different range of compounds. We've got about 7 or 8 people on the softs, and it looks like it's just random really. There isn't really a majority on who's on which compound, but it's quite interesting. So anyway, Spittles, go on board with him in his Sauber this time. This is his second race in FORL this season, and going around the back straight. There's a bit of traffic up ahead. Let's hope he doesn't get caught up in that. We've got to go really strong around the final two corners. And he's going to set the first lap time of the session. It's going to be a 1 minute 5.5, but it's invalidated, which is a shame. Now I think we've got Limitless Horizon. No. Oh, UK Futures and Tom Fawkes! Tom Fawkes is out! I have no idea where that's happened. Let me just see if I can see any stranded cars. No. Oh, there's just cars going. Oh, it's like they've had a little bit of a crash coming together. That is a shame. Right, sorry for a bit of screen flicking, but Tom Fawkes would be such a shame for a driver who's looking to try to get as many good points as he can. Smidget's starting a lap now. Oh. Right, so I think Tom might have been a lap and Futures blocked him or something by accident, but UK for Bobby Ben in the softs lost himself on a 1 minute 5.9. Got a dengy boy, just put himself on 1 minute 6 flat. Where's Limitless Horizon? Limitless Horizon's out! I just went to flicking him, and so is Wolfpack. What is going on? People retiring without proper laps today. And we have Spittles, not on a lap. Smidget's on a lap, 1.6 seconds up. A lot of the people that are going to be looking to get strong qualifying are already out. We've got Tom Fawkes, Limitless Horizon, Futures and Wolfpack all out already. That's a shame. We're going to be starting at the back, see how well they can do in the race. But sorry we didn't catch that, but Wastel and Sink, both in the Red Bulls, have got a 1-2, but Smidget has spoilt that. He was just gone provisional P1. We're going to have a look at Basha. He's going to be on his first qualifying lap of the season. Be interesting to see how he can do. Yeah, we'll also check on Best FIFA as well. He's not on a lap. Right, we've got Iro Schumacher. Nah, he's not on a lap either. It's hard to catch people when they're on laps and when they're not on laps. sunny qualifying, and yeah, so I wonder how the race will be, because if it's wet weather like Mexico, anything can happen, but yeah. Right, so is this way still? He's on an in-lap. Bonnet! P4, but he's on the ultra soft compound, you got to remember that. He's on the softer tyre, and he's only just ahead of someone on the soft. So, quite impressive for Bonnet. I think the drivers today will be looking to get mid to low 1 minute 4s. That'll be the times they'll be trying to get. GP1 will be seeing definitely well into the 1 minute 3s, but that's not until a few weeks' time. Best FIFA, not a lap. What about a Schumacher? I think his lap was invalid, but what about, let's have a look at Envious Medal. He's a little bit down. Comes around under the DHL sign. Looking quite smooth, quite cautious this lap. He's on the ultras. Not sure that's the best strategy to do, but if you want to go for pace overall, and that's Orbit Nations has just done. I think he might be seeing the promotion to GP1 because that was a flyer of a lap. But we've got Envious Medal coming around the final corner. And he sets a... well, he doesn't. He's just doing laps and laps and laps on his tyres. Interesting strategy, not really seen that before. Matt Griffiths, the Dengy boy. The Dengy boy on a lap. He's doing well in this championship. I believe he's P3 in the standings, somewhere around there anyway. He's quite high up. Oh, he's running very wide there, and Envious Medal's left. Let me move on back. Sorry about this. Right. Qualifying, Orbit Nations currently P1, but he is on the Ultras, and we've got Smidget P2 on the Supers. I don't know if Smidget's going to go out on the Ultras. Be interesting to see what strategy people choose, but judging by the tyres they're going out now, it looks like it'll be a dry race. So we're going to cut on to Sync Quanta. Looks like Sync Quanta is on a lap. Getting a bit of toe slipstream from his teammate, who's about 400s ahead of him on the table at the moment. That's clever strategy. Something that Red Bull like to do. Do some sneaky tactics to make whatever they can faster. Seemed to work last season. Orbit Nations has left the lobby. We're going to have to quickly invite him back. It's such a shame people leave the lobby. Oh, Envious Medal's joined back, that's good news. Hopefully Orbit Nations will get popped an invite sooner rather than later. And Sync Quanta runs around the final corner. And what lap is it going to be? It's going to be a 4.5. That's 4 tenths slower than the Orbit Nations, so yeah. I'm just going to go. Right, something that shouldn't happen, like, obviously I'm a commentator, but I'm obviously the admin, so there are reasons why I may cut off the screen to maybe invite someone back, but Bobby Ben, looks like he's on the lap on the soft compound tyre. This is a great bird's eye view, I might just cut it here. This is cool. Look at Toro Rosso. Weave around the bends, and as I say that, he lags a little bit around into the final sector. I think he's pitting. Can't tell. Yes, he is. Right, so maybe that wasn't as good as I thought it would be. And he locks up. Oh, so close to the wall there. Right, we're gonna switch over to Spittles. And he's not on a lap. Smidget just goes up to the board. 1/10 behind Orbit Nations now. Basher and Best FIFA still have not set lap times yet. I can't tell if they're on competitive laps now. I don't think Orbit Nations has managed to join the lobby again, which is a shame. And now we've got Basher going to go on board with him. An ultimate corner, we've got this absolute perfect, and so you've got to do the final corner. It's very tricky to get perfect or correct without invalidating. Basher sets a 4.9, that slots him into P6. So that is, it looks like a good comeback from him at the moment. He's only 8/10 off pole. He hasn't been racing for a good 6 months, so yeah, it's definitely a great job. Now I've got Best FIFA. It's good to see all these guys learning. And I think Orbit Nations has just joined the lobby. Yes, that's good. Will he be able to improve on his lap time? We won't know. But we've got Best FIFA. Going around to the next section of track. We're going to go on board with him, see how he does. Under the DHL sign. Going to take... Oh, looks like he turned in a bit too early, and oh, he's wide, and he's gonna hit the wall. Oh, he just scrapes it. That's good car control from him there to avoid hitting the wall. But it's such a shame he hasn't got a qualifying lap in yet. But if he does start at the top, oh, he does. 1 minute 6.7. Don't know if he just decided not to show or what. But got UK Excites now. He's a little bit down the order. But he is on the super softs, I suppose. Ben on the softs, Blazer Guns on the softs. What tyres are people on now? Right, fitted. Everyone's out on a brand new fresh set of soft tyres by the looks of it, so yeah, it will be interesting to see the board get mixed up once again. I believe people may be able to challenge, if not beat, Orbit Nation's time. Best FIFA's retired, so the best he can do on his comeback is a 6.7. And right, we've got UK Excite coming around the final corner in this Force India. And he sets a 4.5, which puts him up to 4th place. That's a solid time, just behind Sync Quanta. He splits Quanta and Waystall. There's people coming out the pits now. The track's going to start getting busy. We've got Sync Quanta. I believe he's just about to start his lap. People trying to get 4 runs in by the looks of it. Not sure if it's going to be possible. There's only 5 minutes left in the session. Oh, Sync Quanta improves. Oh, does he? I don't know if that's the graphics. But oh, a Basher on his debut, back into the league. Not really a debut, but back in the league. He goes right up the standings, up into provisional P3, beating Sync Quanta's lap time. That's amazing. And he's retired because that's the best he can do. Well, that's a great effort from him. Now I've got Orbit Nations just after a lap time. We're going to have a look at how he's doing. It's provisional P1. Oh, a little bit of oversteer there. I'm not sure how much that's cost him. I don't think he'll be able to get another lap on in these tyres without destroying them for the race, but it's possible if he messes up on this one. Come around the next section, you can see the Red Bull over under the sign. Right, he's just absolutely... Oh, he ran a little bit wide. That's probably invalidated and that's ruined his chances, but we're going to carry on watching just in case. Sync Quanta does beat Basher's time by only a few hundredths, but that does put him ahead. And Orbit is back into the pit lane, but we're going to be looking now at Smidget. Is he on an in-lap or is he going to be improving? I think people are on their in-laps now. Can't really tell. But he is pushing an in-lap. I'm not going to lie, he is pushing. Oh, just behind the Renault of Griffiths. Griffiths down in P9. Hopefully he doesn't have a setup glitch this race. And we'll go around the final corner. Oh, he gets on the curb. Not sure if that's going to be a valid time. But he's going to set a 1 minute. 1 minute 4.3. Not good enough to beat his personal best or get any closer than Orbit. Right, we're going to look at Waystall now. Waystall. It said he improved, but I'm not sure he did. I think that's just a graphic for being funny. Bobby Ben's not on the lap. Griffiths. up on his time apparently. Yeah, he probably is on a lap now. He's out on the ultra softs. Getting the DRS, a bit of cheeky slipstream behind the Mercedes. Down into... Right, Smidget's given up, he can't improve. And Orbit Nations sets a 1 minute 3.8. This looks like it will most likely, almost definitely, be a promotion to GP1 after this race. Because those times are absolutely phenomenal, especially onto a debut back in the league. We've got Griffiths now. Coming around. Final corner, and he's gone and... Oh, no, he hasn't. He's just starting another lap. And it looks like all the people in the pits, they might not get out in time. And have a look at Blazer Guns. Is he on a lap? Can't tell. On the final corner, 5.6. No, I think he's just started a lap. Bonnet's retired, he's not going to be able to make another lap. Spittles. Spittles is... Oh, there's yellow flags on the track, probably people trying to start a lap time. But we are going to be looking at Waystall. And he's not on a lap at the moment. We'll catch his lap in a second. Orbit is just starting a lap. We're going to have a look at his lap, see if he can improve it. 3.8 is definitely a good time. Right, we're going to go on board with him going into turn 1. And yeah, pretty smoothly there. Whoa, whoa, what is that? What is that? I've never seen that symbol on my screen before. Look at his tyre symbol. It's like a 0 with an exclamation mark in it. Wait, let me flick through these. Does that mean this lap time was invalidated or something? Let me check. I honestly can't tell. I think it's just a glitch. But Orbit Nations now. It looks like he ran a little bit wide there. That's probably invalidated. But hopefully not, because it looks like it's on a banging lap. Waystall could not improve. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to beat Orbit Nations here today. Coming around the final corner is Orbit. And will he improve? Ah, wait, no, that was just a glitch time. He wasn't on a 3.8, he just changed that to a 4.0. I don't know what's going on there, but a 4.0 is the pole time. And we've got Sync Content out. He did not open his DRS, looks like he may have invalidated his lap, which is a shame. We've got UK Excites the next person. Oh, he runs on the grass, that did not help him at all, he could have improved. Spittle's in the pit lane. Bobby Ben, is Bobby Ben on a lap? We're going to have a quick look at Arrow Schumacher coming around the final corner now. And he looked low one, a high one, sorry. And he only sets a... Wait, my standings are getting... I don't even know what's going on, but Bobby Ben sets a 1 minute 7.4. Right, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. We are now waiting on... Well, everyone's done their laps now. We're just waiting for Orbit Nations. Who has set a fast lap. Spittle's in the pits as well. And yeah, right. So your qualifying order today is Orbit Nations, followed by Smidget, then Waystall, then Sync Concert, Schumacher, UK Excite, Spittles, Bobby Ben, Griffiths, and LR Blazer Guns. We're going to have a quick run through that again in more detail. FORL lobby here today. Tom Fawkes will be starting right at the back of the grid, along with Limitless Horizon, UK Futures, and Wolfpack. But Orbit Nations back on the grid since last season, and he set pole position, followed by Smidget. Then Waystall, the first of the Red Bull, but he is followed by his teammate Sync Conter. Then we've got a Schumacher, he's also returning, he's in P5. UK Excites P6, Spittles P7, Bobby Ben P8, Griffiths P9, and the only super soft runner by the looks of it in P10. We've got Bonnet P11, We've got the two soft runners, Dengi Boar or Schumacher, on the softs and P13-14. They're both in the Williams, and 4 people failing to set laps due to colliding and having too much damage to actually keep the car out on track. But let's hope that doesn't happen in the race. Let's hope it's a clean race, and hope we see some great battling. All the cars now, does look like a dry race, but I think the people starting on the ultras, their strategy is going to be compromised, and because they might have to do a 2-stop if they're starting on the ultras. But the people that may have been more clever, starting on the soofs or the softs, they may only have to do 1 stop. So, you know, anything can happen in today's race. Looks like Orbit Nations has got a pretty clear win with his pole time. It was quite a bit ahead of Smidget, and Smidget's was quite a bit ahead of 3rd place. So I'm not sure what's going to happen today, but it looks like there's another title challenger in the lobby, but it might be a bit late for them to start challenging for the title. Right, so here are the cars on the grid, and it's not letting me come out of thing. But anyway, we've got Orbit Nations, Smidget. Right, there we go, it's working now. We've got Orbit Nations leading the pole lap. We've got, oh, this is quite realistic. There's a Ferrari, then a Mercedes, and a Red Bull. So yeah, the front view is quite realistic actually. And yeah, we've got Orbit Nations, and we've got Smidget, the current title leader. He'll be looking to extend that title lead. He's definitely going aggressive on the hitting up the tyres. He wants to get a better start than Orbit by the looks of it. And then we've got Waystall. He's a bit down the standards because he did join in Canada, but he's done a good job since. But I don't know, he actually did retire last race, didn't he? So maybe not as good. We've got Sint Quanta now following behind. He's 2nd in the championship. Got a win under his belt this season, and only 5 or 6 point gap between him and Smidget, so it'll be interesting to see how that progresses. We've got Ashun Basha returning. He's done a great job in qualifying. P5 is Toro Rosso. He's in a reserve spot, so if any team's going to sign him, he does look like a great sign-up along with Orbit Nations. But depending on what happens this race, Orbit may see a promotion into Tier 1. So all the cars lining up now around the penultimate corner into their grid slots. And we're going to see Orbit Nations will be the first to get into its slots. Well, this is the most tense part of the whole race, the whole hour. The most tense part, sitting on the grid, looking at your tyres, looking at the lights, waiting for them to switch on and then go off. It's just really tense. See, we're on board now with Orbit. And let's see where the cars are. Tom Fulks lining up onto the field, and we've got another car at the back. So it looks like all 20 cars are here today, which is good. And who are we waiting on? Right, and we have the 5 red lights of the Austrian Grand Prix in GP2, and it's lights out anytime now. Right, it's lights out, so away we go. And it's like Smidget didn't get a good start there, but it looks like the Sauber right at the back trying to pester Ashun Basha, and that is Waystall around the outside of his teammate. That's a good job there. And we've got Waystall and Sint Quanta going side by side into turn 2, turn 3. Best FIFA's already out of the race. That's a shame. Then we've got, who is that down the inside? That's Sint Quanta down the inside. But Waystall's going to get the better run on him. Down in the background, it looks like there's quite a bit of chaos going on. Can't really tell. But this is the battle for 3rd place on the first lap. You've got UK Excite's already moved up a few places. Position change. Oh, UK Futures gained 7 from the back. Tom Fulks gained 4. Looks like there's a bit of collisions going on. We're going to be cutting to some midfield battles now. What's going on? Oh, there's a bit of contact between Flavor Guns and a Dangy Boy. And there's a Force India and a Toro Rosso going side by side. That's Futures and Bobby Bent around the outside. Goes Bobby Bent. That's a good move there. And now got Envious Medal going down the inside of him. Oh, no, he didn't quite get it to stick, but we are going to have a look back up the field again now, and it's like UK Excites has to run, and there's cars flying around in the background, and that's a Dengy boy, I'm afraid. It's Dengy boy, he's spun it. We're going to quickly have a look back up the field again. We've got UK Excites, he's right on the back, and so is Spittles right on the back of Schumacher, and I think there's going to be a move done here. Down the inside, that's very late, a very daring move there by Spittles. It looks like he's just got it done. No, he hasn't. Schumacher has got on the throttle a little bit earlier. So, right, we're going to have a look down the battle here. We've got Envious Medal going around the outside of Griffiths. You're going to make it work. Ooh, it gets so close. But it looks like Envious Medal got the better traction. And there's people just going side by side everywhere at the moment. Oh, there is a bit of contact, but luckily they both kept it on. And Envious Medal is now ahead. We're going to have a look at Bobby Ben now, who just got ahead of Blazer Guns. There's like a bit of weaving, a bit of skidding, not really weaving I should say. But Orbit Nations has run off with the lead. They got Spittles now, close to the back of the Schumacher. Lagging a little bit, not going to do it down the inside here, but will it be down the inside of the next corner? Not too sure yet. He is close, he has the DRS, so does Basher. Looks like he's not as close as he could have been. He's going to go for... he doesn't go for a lunge down the inside. What about Blazer Guns? No, Blazer Guns doesn't. We're going to have a look up into P3 now, but Wastel is right on the back of Smidget. Maybe Wastel can get ahead and possibly back Smidget up for his teammate, but I'm not sure that's going to happen because Wastel and Sync Quanta are actually both fighting for the title as well. So here's the three title leaders battling for second place pretty much. We've got Orbit Nations just running off with the lead here. He's 2 seconds in the lead and it's only lap 3 going on to lap 4. So he is doing a great job, but we do have Wastel right on the back of Smidget. And we're going to go on board with Wastel. Is he close enough? He's not going to go into turn 1 because you've got a really long straight going into turn 2 and 3. So definitely want to be using that DRS instead. Definitely more worth it. Oh, he's closing in. Smidget's tapped the grass and he's going to be going around the outside of Smidget. Does he get the move done? Oh yeah, nice sweep around the outside. Who gets the DRS now? I thought there was a DRS heading now, unless I'm going crazy, I'm not too sure to be honest, but have a look down the field. Bonnet having a battle with Tom Fulks. Oh, they're so close to touching. Oh, and he hit Tom Fulks, driving into him, and Tom Fulks is skidding around, and that's Limitless Horizon off as well. There's 4 cars in the gravel trap due to that accident. That is, oh, that's such a shame. Bonnet getting too close. And it's like Bonnet getting a heavy penalty for what's just happened there, because that is such a shame. We're going to move back up the field. Looks like Spittles right on the back of the Schumacher now. Tom Fulks not having the luck he had last race. He wasn't really lucky, just pure skill, but he hasn't had a luck in this race at all. But we've now got Spittles going down the inside into turn 1. That's in the usual place, but there's people running wide there. I think you might be getting warnings for that. So it's definitely going to be who gets the least penalties. That's going to do the best thing, do the best job, get the best position. But we've got, oh, that looks like a late lunge there, and that's wing damage from UK Excites. I think he got caught out by how early Spittles actually broke, and there's a massive train building up here. We've got Spittles going around the outside. Let's hope they don't crash like that 4-car pile-up caused by Bonnet happened. But look, right, Spittles has got that move done there. They're going to have a look halfway down the train. Massive train actually for P5. Just shows the great battling that can happen in GP2 when there's no contact, because yeah, there's a bit of contact with Bonnet and it's like that's going to set everyone back a little bit. I'm not going to do the best. So we've got 19 runners still, and that is UK Excites down the inside of a Schumacher. That was a weird camera angle. Oh, and there's contact between the 2 teammates, and it looks like the Schumacher is literally being forced into the pit lane. This is going to affect him. He's just spun out and ended up in the pits. That is a shame from him, but maybe he'll be able to do a different strategy. Not too sure. Might not help at all. We've got Envious Medal. Oh no, Bobby Ben right on the back of UK Excites here. Goes for a move, it's going to be around the outside. And why are they ghosting? That's just strange. What? What is happening? I don't know what I just witnessed. But UK Excites was ghosting, but he wasn't ghosting on his screen or something like that. But down the inside goes Bobby Ben. He's now ahead of Envious Medal. Spittles is now running away with P5, but Envious Medal's not having it. He's going to go around the outside. There's a bit of contact. LR Blazer Guns will be catching them, but we have Envious Medal. Oh, he's definitely braking a lot later than Bobby Ben, but it doesn't look like he's getting the exits. And yeah, he's going to have to wait till the straight now to make a proper move. But this is a great camera angle. I'm obviously loving this Co-Masters. Probably not watching this. Probably 1 in a million you're actually watching this. Because your Wi-Fi's probably too laggy, let alone making a proper game. But we've now got a beautiful camera angle of helicopter, you know. That was a really weird way of saying it, but there's Force India changing position there. Looks like a bit team orders. And we've now got Envious Medal. Got the DRS, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Going to go on board with him. Oh, no. He decides he is close enough down the inside. Looking pretty smooth. He's going to squeeze off Bobby Ben though. That is a squeeze and a half. And will that be LR Blazer Guns? Was that Griffiths? Griffiths having a look down the inside. No, he's thinking the better of it. But Blazer Guns did lock up almost right into the rear of Bobby Ben. That was a close shave there. Almost took his front wing off like Vettel did at the weekend. But oh, this is just extremely close, and we've got Blazer Guns following right close behind Bobby Ben, but he's running wide. I think he's making a few mistakes. Hopefully, Blazer Guns will actually get in the point today, because Blazer has plenty of pace, but he just does not have the consistency, and he's proven that multiple times this season. He's done 3 races, been up there for a podium at least. Hopefully this can change today. Ooh, he's getting right close to the back of Bobby Ben. Really not helping at all, but I'm sorry I'm going to have to cut back up there. But we have Sync Quanta battling Smidget. I'm sorry to cut that short, but he goes down the inside. Sync Quanta, this is for the championship lead, I'm pretty sure. And it's for a podium. And Sync Quanta going to be down the inside. Will he get the move done on Smidget? He leaves in just enough room. That is great racing there. We're going to quickly cut back to the midfield battle, and Envious Medal hanging it around the outside. Oh, Bobby Ben dropped down to P8. Blazer Guns got past. Griffith still hanging there, and yeah, looks like some great action going on. But Envious Medal running away a little bit. I think Blazer Guns made a mistake or two. Bobby Ben's caught back up, and ooh, looking to go side by side. There was Bobby Ben, and so was Griffiths. Almost Smidget's into the pits. Very early stage. I'm going to switch to what tyres people are on. So the top 5 are all on ultras, but the midfield seems to be on supers almost. Oh, Bobby Ben, late braking move there, and down the inside. That's a defensive move, and that is Blazer Guns running wide there. That's not very good, and he's also pushing Griffiths off. What is Bobby Ben doing at the moment? He's just pushing people off the track. Almost, oh my god, he's getting pushed. Glitches happen, and that's a really strange camera angle. Don't know why anyone will see that. That's down the inside Blazer Guns. And it's just not Griffiths. Griffiths now hard down the order on P10, P9, can't really tell. We're going to cut back up though, as UK Futures is now in the action. He's caught all the way up. And oh, he's definitely getting close. People are getting close today. They wanted to give people punches by the looks of it. But Blazer Guns down the inside after a very audacious move. Little 3-car train. Let's see what's going on between Griffiths and Thing. Right, we're going to cut back because there's DRS train going on here. And it's that Futures down the inside of Blazer Guns, and it is. It's going down the inside. And we didn't get the move. Oh, no, he did get the move done. Bonnet's out. Best view from Bonnet out the session so far this race. Only 2 retirements. And we have... Oh, that's a car facing the wrong way. I was not expecting to see that in the camera, but I did. And LR Blazer Guns is now back ahead of Bobby Ben. UK Futures sort of running away with P6 now. Envious Medal right up the road. So is Spittles. Just these battling. This battle shows how much it can cost. And it looks like... Oh, just around the outside is UK Excites on Griffiths. Getting very close. Yeah, it's definitely very close racing today. And, oh, right, I'm going to quickly pop up into first place. That is Orbit Nations. Is in the pit lane. Is he going to come out anywhere near Smidget, who's down in P11? Looks like in a bit of traffic, actually. He's in the Griffiths battle. Not going to help at all. Oh, and there's Quanta in, who almost held up Orbit in the pits. That would not have helped Orbit at all, but fortunately he didn't. And he's now going to be dropping down the order quite fast. And I can't tell. Oh, there's the battle with Griffiths and that. He's got a Smidget. Is out right behind, well, where he should have been, but it looks like he was caught up in a little bit of traffic. We're going to cut back to them now. Yeah, he's about a second behind, a second and a half behind Orbit. And, yeah, it's getting very close. And, oh, Smidget ahead of Griffiths. Oh, he's weaving. He's frustrated, he's very angry at that. I'm not sure why, but there is a little bit of a battle going on just up the road ahead of Orbit. And actually, no, that's Smidget onto another set of Ultras. Orbit going to the end on his softs by the look of it, but Smidget will be making another pit stop. Waystall's also into the pits. We're going to have a look at him, see where he comes out. It'll be very interesting to see if he comes out ahead of Orbit and behind Smidget, you know. And there's the battle of cars, or the gaggle of cars, if you want to call it. Going down, and I can't tell what there's... Oh, yeah, Orbit has made it right ahead of Waystall, but has Waystall made it ahead of Smidget? Smidget's got the jump! They're literally right next to each other now. Waystall going to be getting the slipstream, not the DRS though, because he's just come out the pit lane. We're going to go around the outside here. Oh, there's a bit of contact, a bit of touching. Waystall is on the harder tyre, so Smidget is going to pull away and probably battle with Orbit Nations, but that won't happen if Waystall tries to get ahead of Smidget. It'll just be slowing them down. Waystall going for a little cheeky look down the inside there. Oh, there's a massive battle just up the road for P2. Envious medal P2, great job for him. Oh, look at all these cars. We're at the 1/3 point in the race, yes we can, lads. And Orbit Nations. Oh, and there's Bobby Ben. Oh no, right. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I think Bobby Ben lost it. Now Smidget are going to have to go on board with Waystall to catch this action, because Orbit Nations got caught up in a little tangle with Bobby Ben. Smidget's caught up and so has Waystall. And oh, right on the back there. Almost absolutely punting into the back of Smidget. But Bobby Ben is going to get left out, and he's on old tyres, not going to help at all. And have a look at Waystall going down the inside of Smidget. He's going to go around the inside of Smidget and Orbit, and that's an absolute punt. He's just completely missed his braking, lost his front wing, and that's definitely a race loss for him. But we're going to have a quick view. It doesn't look like Orbit got any damage, but that was a very heavy hit into the side pod. He may well have got some damage, but Smidget's going to run away with this now. Waystall's going to probably slightly have to pit again. Got another retirement, Wolfpack's out. But Orbit down the inside there. And definitely wants to get back at Waystall, definitely going to be angry. Bobby Ben down the order! What's happened to Bobby Ben? He spun it. Oh, that's such a shame from him there. Bobby Ben retired the car. He was doing so well, but then it just got caught up in tangles. But we're going to have a look at LR Blazer Guns now. And Spittles is now in the pit lane. We've got LR Blazer Guns in the slipstream, looking for P2. Everyone, well, most of the grid is on the softs, and we've got a few runners on the supers at the top. Smidget, and you do the two-stop actually. That is interesting tactics. It'll be interesting to see if it actually pays off. It might cost him a lot, really. Best FIFA, left the session, got 4 retirements. In the race, oh, there's a lock up there. He's locking up everywhere, Blazer Guns, or he's just braking extremely late. Almost hitting the back of these cars, but his teammate's just behind him. He's done a pit stop. Be interesting to see when the super soft runners will be diving into the pit lane. Must be in a few laps or so. Looks like they'll probably be going onto the soft compound as well. Definitely the better option to make it to the end. Don't think the Ultras will quite cut it. they are staying out, all three of them are staying out. And, oh, I'm sorry, but Smidget caught up Blazer Guns a lot, but it looks like there's a bit of team orders going on, as Smidget just gets the pass done really easy, but Blazer Guns not going to give up. He's going to probably not overtake, but he's definitely going to get the slipstream and DRS to stay up ahead, and his next objective now is probably always made a big mistake there. It's probably to hold up Orbit, Waston and Sync Quanta, because Smidget, his teammate, he wants to help him at the championship lead. He's sort of been a Valtteri Bottas, if you understand. And yeah, definitely thing he's going to be looking to do. Spittles did pit and he came out in P10, so not far behind this massive battle, about 6-7 seconds. So if there's a big battle, you could easily see Spittles, Asheen Basher and Schumacher in the background, possibly wanting to join in. Oh, Tom Fawkes has retired, that's a shame. Wasn't looking like a good race for him today, but we've got Blazer Guns, the first of the super runners, actually in. Wasn't going to hold up the others for his teammate. Oh, there's battles going on there. Hey, what happened to UK Futures? UK Futures, he just slowed down, or a Smidget caught up. I think Smidget caught up. But is this going to be a dog bomb here for UK Futures? No. He's a bit sensible, and he doesn't go for the manoeuvre, but we're going to have a look at the two Red Bulls. Sync Quanta is now ahead of Wastel, but Wastel does have that damage, doesn't he? Yeah, it's the damage on the end plate. That's going to hamper him a lot. I'm not sure if he's actually going to stay out and deal with it or not. If he actually does stay out and deal with it, that just shows how good of a driver he is and how he likes to manage damage, because I know a lot of people who would just dive straight into the pits and the slightest damage they get. Yeah, that's what I would do, because I just cannot manage with performance loss. It does not work at all. Just, yeah, it just doesn't work. So, we have Smidget closing into the back of Envious Medal. Envious Medal is actually in the pit lane. And so is Future, so it looks like everyone will have done a pit stop now. And Smidget back into the lead of the Grand Prix. He's ahead of Orbit now. Orbit's no longer in the lead. Sync Quanta is right on the back, and yeah, it's less than a second. It'll be in DRS range. You see that rear wing pop open, and he's not close enough at all, but he's definitely gained him a few tenths for next lap when he has a go at overtake. So with this DRS zone, the 3 DRS zones definitely better. It lets you catch up to the car ahead. And yeah, it just causes so much battling. But talking about battles, LR Blazer Guns came right out, or no, Futures came right out the pit lane, right next to Blazer Guns, so there's battling going on for P10. The battle for the points. Dengy Boy, haven't seen anything of him this race today. But oh yeah, I did. He was the car spinning out earlier on, and he's sitting down in P14. He's going to have to do another pit stop by the end. A shame for him, but after having a good streak of races, a bad one is soon to come, vice versa. So yeah, we've got the DRS now, Sync Quanta following very close behind. Orbit Nation's going to go on board here, see how fast he closes that. I don't want to muddle up my words, but he's going to have a look down the inside, and he doesn't smash into his side pod. That's better this time, but all Orbit Nations definitely wanting to get the position back. Wants to go down the inside. Is he going to have a cheeky dive bomb? No, he isn't. The Sync Quanta in the net lead for the soft runners, and Smidget has got to pull away now and make sure he gets a good enough gap so when he pits, he will come out with plenty of time to catch up on his supers. Yeah, I think he'll be going on the supers, definitely the better option. He'll probably be pitting mid on the lap. He might be pitting any lap now, to be honest, but he's probably going to be pitting closer to lap 20 or the mid 20s, and just at the rear of that strut, he's always running wide. It just shows how much the damage can affect your car in this game. Like, even if it's the tiniest piece of carbon fibre, you may not feel it, but there will be a performance lost. Asheen Basher is in the pits again. And yep, Orbit Nations definitely well, he's not really gaining anything on Sync Quanta at the moment, but the only time he's gaining is in a DRS. I think Quanta has managed to manage his tyres far better than Orbit has. The gap hasn't really changed, to be honest, up front. He's only gained a 10th in the last lap. So I think Smidget is definitely in trouble. He'll be coming out of the pits 10th place, which is what he wants to do, because he has to carve his way through the field all the way back up to the top again. It's easier said than done, but I think it'll be quite tricky. Oh, I'm going to cut down to the battle for P11, and we've got Basher very close to the back of UK Excite, so it's like a move will be done. Oh, he does run wide. And oh, yeah, UK Excite goes a lot faster into the corner, but he does get a really bad exit, and there's going to be DRS for Basher. Going to be down the inside. There's a bit of battle up ahead between Griffiths and Laser Guns. We're going to quickly cut to that. Oh, it got done before turn 1. And it's like Basher's going to pull away from UK Excite. No! Excite has the DRS, and he's going to be fighting back at him now. And you're going to be going around the outside. Switchback does not happen. He's not close enough at all. And you've got the DRS again, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to do a dive bomb. No, not close enough. And right, the leader's in the pits on lap 20. Schmidt's in the pit lane. He's got a lot of work to do. Looks like he will be. Yeah, he's on the super softs as expected. It'll be interesting to see if this strategy pays off. Just like in real life in the F2 in Bahrain at the sprint race. In the sprint race, you're not really meant to do a pit stop. It's meant to be faster. But in Bahrain this weekend, the person who won it did a pit stop because pitting for fresher tyres was better than staying out on old ones. So will Smidge be able to prove this today? I slightly misjudged that. I thought he would come out closer to P10, but the pit lane is quite short here, so he's come out in P6. He's got, let's see how close he is from the lead. He's got 14 seconds to catch up to Sync Quanta, and he's also got to overtake all these people as well. But Schumacher looks like he'll be boxing soon anyway, so that's one less place. Spittle's up in P5, that's very strong. We're going to cut back up. Oh, there is a small battle going on. Oh, this is a great camera angle. I love this, Cody's. I'm going to pop it into cinematic mode of Blazer Guns going through the middle sector of the circuit. We're definitely catching the Renault quite a bit there. Oh, he's not close enough. It looks like the Toro Rosso is a bit closer. And I'm sorry, but Wastel's in the pit. That front wing damage looks like he was doing a lot to affect him. So he's in the pits for some super softs. That's one place for Smidget. He's going to be saying thank you very much. I'm not sure if Smidget's strategy is going to pay off, but it does look like it'll be very promising. And there is a battle between Blazer Guns and Griffiths. Blazer Guns gets right ahead. And he's got the DRS as well. That's quite strange. But Griffiths has a far better role. We've also got Basher going around the outside of UK Futures. And Blazer Guns, does he keep it down the inside? Similar. But and looks like Blazer Guns as well, right. Basher boxes right in behind the back of the Force India. And it looks like he's going to go lunge down the inside. Yes, he does. Oh, he hits the back of the Renault, and looks like they may have compromised the Renault's entry, but UK Futures around the outside, going to be looking to cut back down the inside, not close enough. We now have UK Futures. Yeah, he's just dropping back now, but Smidget set the fastest lap of the race as expected. Will Wastel be able to make do with that? But Wastel, you see there was only like a 3-4 second gap between Wastel and Smidget before the pit stop phase. Smidget came out of the pits in P6 and Wastel came out in P12, so you can see how big the differences are. But we've got just up ahead Basher right on the back of Griffiths, but Griffiths goes defensive last second. and well, Basher is on the fresher supers, so it should be expected for him to eventually, with these, get past Griffiths. Coming through the middle sector under the DHL sign. Oh, and he's literally sniffing the rear end. He's just licking the gearbox. Let's hope the Renault car doesn't shut down like Ricciardo and Hulkenberg. Oh, that's Ira Schumacher in the pits as well. He's speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately. It's another place for Smidget. Yeah, I think it's an easy work from Smidget now. Oh, no, right. That was getting very close to the rear of Griffiths there. These drivers just like getting really close to each other. Oh, that's demonstrated. Oh, Griffiths is saving energy. He's got the light and he's just popped it up into overtake mode probably, but down the inside, and that's Blazer Guns going very slow. He's in AI mode. That is very strange. Never really seen that before. But it's like these. Oh, that's very close. Literally punting him out of the way in a straight line. And Blazer Guns is going to lose 3 positions in one. And no, Futures goes down the inside of Griffiths as well. This is phenomenal stuff. I'm sorry, but I did miss an overtake from Smidget on Spittles. And Smidget is now right ahead of Spittles now, up into the podium places, and 2 cars going up into the gravel trap. This is actually going to be a massive battle now, as the cars just behind have caught up. This is like a 7-8 car battle in the middle of a GP2 race. Crazy stuff. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. Griffiths down the inside of Blazer Guns, locking up. And yeah, I think he's having brake issues because Iro Schumacher's now right on the back of his tail. And all this getting punted out, and then they're not having. That's going to give some free positions though for the drivers right up ahead. Waste all down the inside of Schumacher, but got a battle here, 3 wide into the hairpin. It's not going to end well. A bit of a squash and a squeeze though. There's literally about 10 battles going on at the moment on track. Got Wastel on Schumacher, and these 3 all going at it. So you've got down the inside goes Griffiths, and he's managed to keep it ahead, but we've got Wastel right behind Schumacher, but Schumacher's on fresh ultras. Looks like Schumacher will be trying to get the fastest lap of this race. I'm sorry, but Blazer Guns right on the back. Oh, that is very close, having to hit the grass to slow himself down. In the middle sector, we're going to the last sector now. High speed set of corners, and the tyre age isn't much different, but Echo sets fastest lap. He's right at the back in P15. And he's the last runner. Still racing out of the 20 drivers. And LR Blazer Guns gets a nice smooth move, and he's binned it! Once again, the 4th race in a row, he's binned it. What a shame there. We're going to quickly have another look down up here, and Wastel's having a go at Iro Schumacher there. Schumacher's not going to get fastest lap if he keeps battling. His tyres are going to fade away, but he's going to be oh, I don't think he's going to get fastest lap because he's got traffic up ahead as well. This is an incredible Grand Prix. There's so much action. Blazer Guns must be upset with what's happened to him, and there's a virtual safety car. This has mixed things up. I wonder if anyone's going to pit. Oh, and there's Wastel just slammed right into the back of Schumacher. Future slowed down. Oh no, that is very unfortunate. That will be investigated after this race. So. Oh, there's people in Wastel. Actually, this was a good opportunity for Wastel to pit anyway, but it's not going to do him any good. That is unfortunate for Wastel. He was on for a podium, but 2 sets of wings. He's gonna run. He's gonna have to use his teammates from wing. Wonder what he'll say about that. But Sink Quanta still leads this race over. Limitless Horizon got a 5-second stop and go. Was speeding under the VSC, but he was in the pit lane, so I don't really know what's going on there. There are a lot of people going on fresh compounds, but Iro Schumacher down the inside of Futures is going to leave him no space. Well, there was just enough space, but he cut it fine, and now my... Right. Sorry about that, the stream just went bonkers again. The Schumacher did bop. He boxed for another set of tyres after getting some damage, so it's going to be a race to see who gets fastest lap now. Waystall looks like he's going to be the fastest we're going to watch on board. See if he does get the fastest lap point, because remember there's a fastest lap point and a pole position point, and Orbit Nations has got a pole position point. So here we have Waystall coming through the middle sector, and yeah, it's looking very clean from him. Definitely fastest lap from 1 minute 5, 1 minute 6, no 1 minute 6 last point. And he comes across the line and sets a 1 minute 6.4. Very fast lap. I'm not sure anyone else will be able to match that, and it looks like he's got the point in the bag. Smidget though has caught up to Orbit Nations. He's now 3 seconds. Oh, I say that. Dengy boy is just like, nah, I'm having this point now. The only points he's going to be looking to get though. And we have Smidget is... Right, this race has actually gone quite fast. It's only about 5 past 8 and we've already only got 6 laps to go. So yeah, this incredible racing. We've seen some incredible racing already. And we've got Smidget here. Oh, there's a lap car there. Let's just hope the lap car doesn't get involved with the leaders like it has before this season. And Limitless Horizon, 3 second time penalty. And we've got Smidget, he's closing in rapidly behind Orbit Nations. Be interesting to see if Orbit actually tries to keep him behind as much as he can, or he's going to let him catch up to Sync Quanta, and then Quanta is going to definitely squabble for the lead with him, and possibly Orbit can catch up and make the most out of it. We'll have to wait and see. But oh yeah, he just carved 8 tenths out of Orbit there in the middle sector. Just shows how much the fresher tyres can do. They're not really fresh, but they're fresher. And yeah, they're definitely doing a great job. Now within DRS range. The Mercedes definitely, easily can look for the victory today. It'll be a question if it'll be close enough to get it. I'm gonna have a look at penalties as well. So I'm not sure if penalties are gonna change the order. It could do. Hopefully they don't, because racing's definitely better than penalties. But we've got Smidget now in the DRS, in the slipstream of Orbit Nations. Waystall got another penalty. Not looking good for him today, but hopefully he'll be able to get at least 1 point in the bag for the Red Bull. And oh, you just see the amount of grip that Smidget has around this part of the track. He can just easily stick to the back of Orbit, but yeah, Orbit just does not have the grip at all. Is he going to go for a look already? Oh, into the grass. So Smidget, that was very aggressive from Orbit, but Smidget does have the straights to do the overtaking on, and he does have... Well, he's running out of time to catch the leader at this rate. Orbit probably doing Team Quanta a favour, even though they're in different teams. Well, Orbit Nations is not in a team yet, but looks like he probably will be getting signed for one sooner rather than later, because incredible performance, P2 on his return. So we've got down, right on the outside actually goes Smidget. Sync Quanta, no not Sync Quanta, Orbit Nations runs very wide and it looks like it's going to be an easy move done. Oh, got a back marker there, hopefully he doesn't get involved. And down the inside goes Orbit Nations once again, but Smidget has the grip and he just hangs it around the outside. This is incredible racing. Oh, and there's contact there, and that's Orbit Nations off into the gravel trap, and Smidget has lost a lot of time. Let's hope that Orbit Nations can get back on track and get a podium. It's possible. What is he doing? Get back on track. Oh no, he's just... That's such a shame. He could have been on for a podium, but doesn't look like it anymore. Such a shame. He's on for a great debut. We're going to have to wait to get a good slot back on track. But that does leave Spittles up in P3. This is just amazing. And it does not look like Sync Quanta's going to be able to catch. It doesn't look like Smidget will be able to catch Sync Quanta at this rate. And we have Orbit Nations in the pits. It looks like he did get wing damage. Oh, that's a shame there. He'll come out outside the top 10. Echoes gets fastest lap on the Ultra Softs. But will Orbit Nations be able to challenge that now? This is just crazy, this race. And he's been held in the pits. That is not very good. He's going to come. Might be able to get 1 point at least, or 2 if he gets the fastest lap. Always possible. Never doubt yourself, always go for it, because we don't have the rule where you have to be inside the top 10 for your fastest lap to count. It's just go out and do fastest lap, and he's heating up his tyres or something. Not really sure. We're going to have a look at Smidget now, who is losing time. He's losing the time, and it looks like he's let the lapped car to roam free ahead of him. But Smidget has lost some time. Maybe it's a good idea, because he can actually get the DRS now. Unless he's just a bit too far behind. So yeah, this is an action-packed Grand Prix today. We've had Sync Quanta, we've had about 5 different leaders. And about 5 different strategies as well, and you can see that the one stop from the ultras to the softs is the one that is going to pay off today. But Smidget tried to do the 2 stop, but I'm not sure doing a Luca Giotto is going to work here at Austria. Not quite the same surface of track. Oh, and there's a very big mistake there from Smidget. He's losing it. Actually, I'm going to check penalties real quick. Sync Quanta, he has a penalty. 2 penalties. Smidget has a penalty. Okay, so Smidget needs to get within 3 seconds. Spittles, a penalty. How far is Smidget? Smidget. Ah, no, it's not Smidget. Spittles won't be able to catch him. Have a quick look at Envious Medal, who's on for some really good points today. He's kept out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 penalties. Is that going to leave him to give... Oh, well, I've just realised he's battling with IRL. Schumacher can keep behind if he really wants to, though, because Schumacher, I don't think, has as many penalties. Oh, he might do, because if he starts second stop and go, he's going to go for it anyway. But here we have Waystall battling for P7 now. Very close to the 4th injury of UK Excites, getting pushed wide. Will he get it to stick? Oh, Excites has the slipstream, unfortunately. We're going to go for a cheeky Brendan Lee move down the inside, which results in a bit of contact there. And Limited was on another set of Ultra Softs. He's just trying to get fast as lap as fast as he can, to be honest. And Waystall, very close, but we're going to quickly... Oh, sorry, I missed that, but IRL Schumacher is now up into P4. Envious Metal may have to sacrifice P5, but it's, regardless, still a great amount of points for him, because he's not been able to score very highly this season so far. Will this put ahead of him? Will this put Envious Metal ahead of his teammate Tom Fawkes. It's all possible. But Envious Medal, this is his last chance. Going to have a look around the outside of FORL Schumacher, but he's not got it done. But we're going to have a look. Wastel is now ahead of UK Excite's Orbit Nation, sets fastest lap. I think we're going to have to cut up to the front. Echoes is retired on like the last lap, but we've got Sync Quanta to take the victory. We've got Smidget who takes P2. We're going to quickly cut back though, and Spittles takes an amazing podium. That's a shock podium there. Wasn't really expecting that. We've got Envious Medal now. He's going to be finishing P5 by the looks of it. But there is definitely going to be some close battle here between Wastel and Excites, but I don't think he's quite... Oh yeah, Wastel's got ahead. He's now in P7. Envious Medal gets P5. That's a great achievement there for him. His best finish of his career. Another, like, Lewis, if you remember the 2004 LMW, got its best result here. He got P5 as well. Ashun Basha has spun it on the last lap, which leaves a Dengy boy getting the last point. Can't quite tell, but there's yellow flags in all three sectors. That's a shock. But Orbit Nations in his debut gets P11. Not quite what he's looking for after that qualifying. So Ashun Basha on his return gets P12. Not a great race for the people returning, but the driver did put on a fantastic show today, and there's definitely going to be some incidents that will be investigated. There's the Red Bull suit back on the #1 spot on the podium for the second time this season. Matching the Smidget now is Sync Quanta. I believe he will be level on points in the championship. I'm not too sure, but it's going to be a close. And the standings will be out on the live stream right after the race. So you just stay on the stream if you want to be watching standings. They'll also be out on Twitter later on if you want to catch them there. So let's have a look at the final race results. And we have Sync Quanta. Oh, everyone got some sort of penalties here today, but we have Sync Quanta winning the race from P4 on the grid. That's fantastic stuff for him there. And we have, looking down the order, Smidget, Spittles, FORL Schumacher going on from 14th to 4th, that's great. Envious Medal in his record of 5th place, that's great. And UK Futures going from 19th to 6th, possibly driver of the day. A very good result for him. We've got Wastel, unfortunately, not doing as well, down in P7. And then we've got Griffiths, UK Excites, and a Dengy boy. Orbit Nations gets 11th place. Not what he really wanted after getting pole, but he's going to have to put up with it. And I think he just got fastest lap. A 1:57. Let me check. Yeah, he got fastest lap. Good stuff from him. And we have 6 retirements here with PXM Echoes, LR Blazer Guns, Tom Fawkes, Bobby Ben, Wolfpack, Bonnet and Best FIFA. So that is a very interesting race today, and we're going to go ahead with some interviews when I can. Let me invite to about it. Right, can you include your audio? Please include your audio, but don't speak until it's your turn. Right. So, yeah, we're going to start off. Right, we've got P1, P3 and P5 in the interviews today. And we're going to start off with P5, Envious Medal. Right, did you feel that you were expecting to get P5 after that qualifying? You definitely had a good start of the race.
Yeah,
so
qualifying was going, didn't go to the best. Then my internet cut out, which was good. So I had to quickly reset everything and then jump back in. There was 3 minutes left to do like 1 or 2 laps. So I joined back, took control, and then yeah, they weren't good laps at all. But then throughout the race, I just pushed in, made some moves, some good defending, And then throughout, I just stayed focused, didn't spin or do anything stupid, and brought it home to fifth. So yeah,
Yeah, great job from you out there today. Hopefully you'll be getting some more places like this, maybe even higher further on in the season.
yeah. Cheers.
Right, yeah, no problem. Right, we're going to move on to P3, which is Spittles. That is also Spittles. That's your best result, and I believe your first
Yeah,
podium of FORL. How do you
yeah,
feel about
first
that?
podium. Oh, I'm honestly really happy because I just ran my race. It was just a really good one. I just let it go by, so I didn't get any incidents. Just ran my race. 6 second time penalties didn't affect my result, and it's just such a good race.
Do you feel you went on the better strategy, or do you think you could have improved there to maybe get a higher position?
To be honest, I think I had one of the best strategies out there because I ran to lap 13. I had no traffic to bother me. I was going quite slow because I got jumped by the Torosso. He was on the sauce, but he'd pit like a load of laps before. And I just ran my race on the softs, but my softs won the last couple of laps. I just felt like they were just gonna fall off, but I managed to make it to the end.
Right, great job from you there as well. I
Yeah,
wasn't
thank you.
expecting to see you on the podium, but you've done a great
Neither was
job.
I
Hopefully, we can
expecting
see that
myself.
more often.
Yeah.
Right, and we're going to move on to P1. His second win of the season is Sync Quanta. It's a great job. So, Sync Quanta, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Right, so, do you think the race could have gone a bit differently if Smidget went on the same strategy as you? And do you think it could have gone a bit differently also if Waystall didn't get the damage and he could have kept up with you at the front?
I reckon, well, I didn't actually realise we still had damage at first. I thought it was a little bit off the pace, but I thought it could have been damage, but I wasn't too sure. But then he let me through, which meant I think he had damage, and then he ended up going to pit lane, so yeah, shame for him really, he had some good pace today. And then Smidget, I wasn't expecting the alternate strategy, but it nearly paid off. So I reckon it's good work from him there.
Yeah, what happened between Smidget? Smidget may have caught you, but I think he got caught in an incident with Orbit Nations, which sent Orbit Nations into the gravel trap, and that probably cost him quite a bit of time there.
Yeah, I
So,
did look at the mini map and I saw Ferrari off. I was a bit confused, obviously.
yep, so that's going to round up today. Great job, guys, and we're going to see you. I think it's a break next week, actually, but the race after is, I'm not too sure, actually, I have to check. Right, anyway, that'll round up today. No GP1 tomorrow, that'll be next week. Bye.